Give him all your love.
Sonny James. Hi, I'm Nancy Sellers here with Drake Collier and a whole studio full of people from NutraSweet Corporation waiting to take your subscription call. This is viewer-supported television. We're really enjoying the best of the Grand Ole Opry live, and if you want a little more of that at home, you might subscribe for $60, and then you can have this 2-record set, or you can have it in cassette, and it's just got everybody. You've got to have 4 Walls by Jim Reeves. Remember that? How to Feel Sorry for Yourself. Don Gibson, Archie Campbell, Skeeter Davis, Hank Luck.
Is on here.
Yeah. The Browns, Dottie West, Bobby Bear, Dolly Parton's on here singing, oh, Mule Skinner Blues. This is the stars of the Grand Ole Opry 1926 to 1974 in either a 2-record set or in the cassette, if you prefer. And you can have it for a $60 subscription to Channel 11 if you call 588-1111 right now and subscribe for $60. That $60, by the way, will also include 12 months of 11 magazine. It's our monthly program guide, so you can know ahead of time what you want to be sure not to miss, like this evening of country music we're having tonight. And that same $60 subscription will bring you 12 months of Chicago Magazine, too, the guide to the city, so you know what's going on in live music, in opera, in special events, drama, theater, galleries, everything that you enjoy in Chicago Magazine. All of this for a $60 subscription and a tax deduction and 10,000 programs a year. Some of them country music that may not appeal to everybody, but you're watching. So give us a holler. Go to the phone and call us at 588-1111. That's how we know what programs to air. We listen to your phone calls. We see when they come in. And that's why we want your subscription now, because we'd like to be able to purchase more country music programs like Grand Ole Opry. And we can do it if we have your subscription dollars. So if you're a country-loving audience, let your voice be heard loud and clear. Go to your telephone. It takes about a minute. One of these friendly neighbors of yours will take your name, address, and telephone number. And if you'd like to subscribe for $60, you'll have 11 Magazine, Chicago Magazine, and the 2-album set. We have other premiums that we can tell you about in a little brochure we'll send, but we have to know who you are first. We really count on your support, and we're not trying to sell records or anything like that. We just have found that the quality programs that you, the audience of Channel 11, are used to getting are expensive. And to buy you the best, we need your subscription dollars now. So get the phones ringing. We've got a lot to do tonight, a lot of great music to hear. After the Grand Ole Opry, we're going to go into some Willie Nelson music. I love Willie Nelson. Boy, he's probably the one who converted me to liking country music. And so there's a lot of great music tonight, but there's a lot of great music all year long. Think of all the programs you enjoy on Channel 11 and subscribe for that reason. We're here because of our subscribers, and we'd like to thank them. Some of those subscribers include companies. In the way that the companies subscribe is, well, if you underwrite specific programs, they may give us dollars to buy a certain program, but some participate in our matching gifts program. Companies in the Chicago area like Union Tank Car Company and U.S. Gypsum and Vulcan Materials Company, Waste Management, Westinghouse Electric, those companies will match their employees' subscriptions, sometimes dollar for dollar, 2 to 1, 3 to 1, 4 to 1. It's possible that you could subscribe tonight for $60, let's say, and we could get $120 because your company gives 2 for 1. The way to find out is Monday morning to check with your personnel office. But first, call us, 588-1111. Maybe you've often wondered about the DJs you listen to on country radio. Do you ever listen to WUSN? Well, we've got Nancy Turner here tonight, and she's going to talk with us about country music and her radio station and Channel 11, so stay with us. Here's Drake Collier now.
You know, Nancy, you've mentioned a lot of good reasons to subscribe. Let me tell you how to do it. You dial 588-1111. You'll get a volunteer operator who'll talk you through the entire process, ask you your name, address, your phone number, how much you'd like to subscribe, and then how you'd like to pay for that subscription. And you have an option there, too. You can use your MasterCard, Visa, or American Express. You can charge it. That's the fastest and easiest way to go. You can, of course, write your own personal check or purchase a money order. Or we have something that's called 11 checks, where you can have the amount deducted at 11 equal payments right out of your checking account. Whatever's best for you, we've tried to make it easy for you, and I think it's something that'll work for you if you will pick up the phone right now and become a subscriber. The number is 588-1111, and no matter what the amount that you'd like to subscribe, that is the amount that we want you to subscribe in. $40, $50, $60 if you'd like to have the album or the cassette. And incidentally, this is a very good time to call because a lot of the banks are open. Before we go to part 2 of the Grand Ole Opry, you'll have an opportunity to call and become a subscriber. Your subscription dollars, whether it's the $40, $50, $60, whatever it is, will go toward our goal, which is $700,000. And we are currently at $354,490. And that means that we are not quite halfway there until you make your phone call. And incidentally, if you weren't sure, yes, your subscription is tax deductible. Our operators will explain how that works for you. And also, I want to just mention this one more time. You do not have to subscribe for $40 if that's not comfortable for your family's budget. Subscribe for $30 or $20 or $15 or whatever's good for you. The point is that you do support your viewer-supported station. We want to thank some people who are here answering your calls. NutraSweet Corporation is in the studios. We want to give them our sincere thanks. They've, in addition to supplying food for everybody for us, they're also taking your phone calls. And it's exactly what we need to have them do. And we want you to tell them that you support them as well by giving them a call and subscribing to them in the largest amount that you possibly can. Yes, the part 2 of the Grand Ole Opry is up and coming, and as you've looked around our set a little bit, we're sort of in the mood here. We've got our operators with the bandanas on, and some of them have their hats on. We've got our set dressed, and we're certainly into the music. We know you are too. We hope that you'll call and subscribe. Again, a lot of the banks are wide open. You will not have a difficulty getting through. We're going to go to part 2 of the Grand Ole Opry, but we're going to stay right here waiting for your call, so give us a call.
Between a flowing mountain to the south, built by the shore, she's mighty tall and fair.
More.
It's nuts. Howdy. We got more fun coming up.
They are applauding because the music was outstanding, and I know that you're applauding at home, too. I'm Drake Collier with Nancy Sellers. You want to know what's on this album? This is a $60 premium. A lot of the music that you heard tonight is featured here. Let me tell you what's happening. Bill Monroe, Orange Blossom Special is here. Lonzo and Oscar, I'm my own grandpa, Chet Atkins. Yakety Yaks, Hank Snow, I Don't Hurt Anymore, and more and more and more. It's a 2-album set. You have a choice of the album or the cassette tape. Yours for a $60 premium. And if you'll dial 588-1111, indicate whether the cassette is what you'd like or the 2-album LP, you will have both of these delivered to your home, and you will become a subscriber to WTTW, the most watched viewer-supported station in the nation. The number to dial to become a subscriber is 588-1111. A better time would be, and it couldn't happen, it's got to be right now because a lot of the phones are open. If you'd like to have this album or any of our other special gifts, dial 588-1111, become a subscriber, and let our volunteer operators talk you through the entire subscription process. I have a surprise for you. We have US 99's hit DJ Nancy Turner in the studios, and Nancy Sellers will be talking with her in just a couple of minutes. We're going to take just a couple of seconds before we talk to them, though, and tell you how this station works. This program that you're watching came to you because of Channel 11 subscribers. For those of you who are subscribers, we have you to thank for this. For those of you who aren't, and you're looking for programming in the future, you have only yourself to thank because it's you who makes the whole thing happen. The number to dial is 588-1111, and if you will become a subscriber right now, you will help us to make a goal, which in turn helps us to bring you programming. The goal is $700,000. Where are we so far? Currently, we've just gone over the $350,000 mark during our last break. We are now at $359,130. I have a couple of numbers for you. If we can get 167 of you, you households, you individuals who are watching tonight to become subscribers, and become subscribers in the amount of $60, perhaps because you might like to have this great album, and it really is. If you're a country music fan, this is the album that you want to have. Become a subscriber for $60. We will make a $10,000 break, if you will, this time, and that will take us a long way toward making our goal so that we can begin to bring you more and more music and programs just like this one. What is our goal again? It's $700,000. Where are we so far? We're at $359,130. And why is it important? It is important because of programming. And there are a lot of people who watch and enjoy this station, such as Miss Nancy Turner of US 99. Hi, Nancy.
Yeah. Welcome, Nancy Turner.
Thank you.
Oh, that's sweet. When's your shift, Nancy? When can we hear you on US 99?
You can hear me weekdays from 10 a.m. until 3, and then Saturdays from 10 to 2.
Well, why'd you come down here tonight?
First of all, I'm a big fan of Channel 11.
Oh, yeah?
Yes, I love your programming. You know that Anne of Green Gables show that was on? I love that. But especially, I love this Grand Ole Opry program you're doing tonight. I think it's fabulous.
The stars are terrific, aren't they?
The stars are terrific, and people who love country music are going to be able to enjoy this kind of programming on Channel 11 if they'll just give a call and support it, like they call us at US 99 and say, hey, want to hear this song? Call us and let us know that you'd like to see more of this type of programming on Channel 11.
Has the profile of the country music listener changed a lot in the last 10 years, let's say?
They've changed a real lot, Nancy, but they've retained their loyalty. It's a very diverse audience, but they're very loyal, and it's like the programming sort of on Channel 11, too, in that it is very diverse. The watchers, the viewers are very loyal, and so I just want to urge you, that's why I'm here, because I support country music, and if you'd like to give a call tonight, please, please do it. I'm going to answer some phones, and maybe I'll talk to you, and just give a call and support Channel 11 and country music.
That's a great plea. I couldn't have said it better myself. We hope you'll call 588-1111 and subscribe. You know, if people speak loudly now, give us a good country yell over your telephone. In terms of dollars, then we can bring more of this kind of programming your way. And it isn't just the Grand Ole Opry. Are you going to stick around for what's coming up next? Do you know what's following Grand Ole Opry?
I would not miss any of this programming tonight.
Well, Willie Nelson is coming up next, and but we've got a lot more people to see from the Grand Ole Opry yet, so stick with us. And we'll be here the whole time, ready to take your phone calls. Some of us watch from the studio, and Nancy Turner from US 99 will stay here and take some phone calls, and we hope for some large subscription pledges. I'd like to suggest that $60 amount, because that way you get the dial, you get Chicago Magazine, and you also get that fantastic 2-record set from the Grand Ole Opry. You know, this program has 2 interesting TV words in the title tonight. Best of the Grand Ole Opry Live. 2 abilities that television has: to select things, to edit out and bring you only the best, and to do it live. All the excitement of the audience that was there participating and stomping. If you're enjoying, get our phones ringing. Make some music in the studio tonight with a phone call to 588-1111. We don't appeal to everybody, but you're watching, so why aren't you subscribing? Call now and do it. So maybe let's make that phone ring. Wonderful music, isn't it? You know, even if you don't think of yourself as a country music fan, there's something about this kind of music that just makes you feel good.
Absolutely.
I'm Nancy Sellers here with Drake Collier.
Hi.
And a lot of your neighbors from NutraSweet Corporation are here to take your phone calls tonight and enjoy the music with you. This is really an exciting evening, and in fact, you're hearing some country music right now, aren't you? It's by Chet Atkins. Do you realize he's been performing at the Grand Ole Opry for 37 years? And he credits himself rather proudly with helping launch the careers of other stars, too. And for a $60 subscription, if you like, we will send you this double album that you're hearing his song from right now. And you can have it on either a cassette or the 2-album set for a $60 subscription. And it doesn't have just Chet Atkins. It's got Minnie Pearl and Bill Monroe and Pee Wee King and Uncle Dave Macon, Jim Reeves, Don Gibson, Skeeter Davis, whom we just saw. From 1926 to 1974, the Grand Ole Opry is covered on this wonderful album, and a $60 subscription will bring you that, plus 11 magazine. This is our monthly program guide, and you really need this to look ahead and see what specials are coming up or what special films are coming up without interruption, and what kind of kids programs your children want to be sure not to miss. It's all in 11 magazine. And that $60 subscription will also bring you 12 months of Chicago Magazine, the guide to everything that's happening in the city, especially if you're looking for some live events or museums or gallery openings, plus great fiction, articles of interest. It's all in Chicago. So you've really got a very nice combination here for a $60 subscription, and that subscription goes toward buying and producing great programs like the one we're enjoying tonight. Make the decision to put your dollars where your viewing habits are. If you like country music, if you're one of a special audience that really want to see more of this kind of programming, that's the way you can do it. Talk back to your TV set with a phone call, 588-1111. We've got a lot of fans down here tonight. They love the programming on 11, not just tonight, but every night. And it's there with 10,000 programs a year, and that's why they've given up their Friday evening to come down and take your call. They know how to make it very quick for you. Take about a minute to tell them that you want to subscribe and keep country music alive and well and kicking on Channel 11. We've got Willie Nelson coming up later, so there's a lot of great music yet to come. You know, I suggested a $60 subscription. And you realize if just 167 families, households, 167 people called in this break, we could raise $10,000. We could buy some more programs like this. But how about twice that number for subscribing for $30? If 60 is beyond your reach, doesn't matter. Put it on a credit card if you'd like to spread the payments out, or reduce the amount to something that's comfortable for you. Fortunately, some folks have called, and we'd like to send our thanks to Mrs. Joanne Hughes from Chicago is a new subscriber, and Donna Nolan from Lisle, Illinois, and Ms. Iola Mayfield from Portage, Indiana, called on the toll-free number. You can use that, too, if these lines are busy, although they aren't right now. Let me give you the toll-free number just in case you're watching from outside this calling area. It's 1-800-237-1100. Thanks, Walter Wheeler from Maywood, and Karen Watts from Elk Grove Village, and Roger Zimmer from Arlington Heights. Good for you. You like country music, or maybe you called because you love seeing movies without interruption, and classic ones at that. Maybe you called because you've got kids who count on Sesame Street or 3-2-1 Contact, or you enjoy watching Wild Wild World of Animals together as a family, or Nova. Whatever your favorite programs are, there's a reason in there for a subscription pledge. $60 a year is 16 cents a day. How about it? Call us at 588-1111. There's more music to come, but first here's Drake Collier.
Absolutely, and we know that you like country music, and Willie Nelson is coming up, and he is one of my favorites. I do like Willie. Do you know how this station works? You might think that, well, you know, I turned it on, it's there, so obviously it's there for me to watch, and it is. Please don't make any mistake about it, but you realize that this station operates a little differently from most stations in that you are really the primary supporter of it. You make all the programs happen with your subscription dollars. 57% of the money we have to bring you programming comes from you. So you send us money, we put it into programming and send it right back to you. It's an investment that you can't lose with. And if you don't become a subscriber, nothing's going to happen. You'll turn the station on tomorrow and it will be there. But what does happen is we can't increase the level of already excellent programming, and that's really what we want to do. What's the number you should dial to become a subscriber? It's 588-1111. And you know, there are an awful lot of companies in the Chicagoland area who want to help you to stretch your subscription dollars. Oh, Beatrice City Corp is one. First National Bank is another. We call these matching companies. And what they do is match your subscription dollar, $1 for $1, 1 for 1, 2 for 1, 3 for 1. In some cases, even $4 for every one that you'll subscribe. What do they require of you? Nothing except that you become a subscriber first. And you do that right now in less than a minute before we go to part 4 of the Grand Ole Opry. You can do it in less than a minute by dialing 588-1111. Matching companies, country music, children's programming, specialized audiences. We can broadcast to you because we are viewer-supported television. You support programs or types of programs that you like, and we just make sure that they continue to come to you. The album, the $60 album, is an excellent way for you to show your support of this station and get two things back. One, the programming, and two, music that you can listen to whenever you want to. And you know, there's a third thing that you can think about with that album. It would make a doggone good gift, wouldn't it? You can give a gift of 11, you can give the album as a gift, and it's something that I think you will feel good about, and the person that you give it to will feel good about too. Okay, I've talked enough. Well, how about listening to some music? We're going to go to part 4 of the Grand Ole Opry, but please keep in mind, this is viewer-supported television. You're watching that program because somebody bought it, and that's what we're asking you to do. Become a subscriber and support your viewer-supported station because it really is yours. The number to do it is 588-1111. The program's going to begin. We're going to stay in the studios waiting for your telephone calls. If you're a subscriber, thank you.